Hi, I'm Dave Mears, and in this video I'm going to show you how to import user samples into the Roland TD17 drum module and then assign them to the pads on your kit. The first thing we're going to need is a memory card. The TD17 is only compatible with SDHC memory cards with a maximum storage size of 32 gig. So make sure you have an SDHC memory card no larger than 32 gig, and you'll then need to format it within the TD17 module. And here's how you format it. Start by inserting your SD card in the left hand side of the TD17 module, and then press Setup. Then come down to SD card, press Enter, and there you'll see your options. If you move down to where it says SD card format, and press Enter, then Execute, and then see here it says push Enter. You need to come over here and push that Enter button. Then once it's processed, the card will be formatted and ready for you to use. The TD17 automatically creates 3 folders for you when it formats your memory card. One of those folders is called Import. That's where you need to put your samples so that the TD17 can find them to import them into the module. Your samples can't be any larger than 2 gig. They have to be in a WAV format, a .wav format. If it's a stereo sample, it can't be any longer than 148 seconds. If it's a mono sample, then it can't be any longer than 295 seconds. That's assuming you're recording at 44.1 kilohertz, either 16-bit or 24-bit. Before importing your own user samples, I suggest that you copy one of the preset kits to a user kit, so you can then use that to experiment with without losing any of your presets. To copy a kit, choose the one you'd like to copy. I'm going to use Acoustico 1 for the purposes of this video. Press Other. Scroll down, you see you have the option here to copy, and then it'll ask you where you'd like to put it. So there's 50 preset kits on the TD17. The first user kit is number 51, so we're going to drop it into 51 user kit, Execute, then press Enter, and now you'll see kit 51 is the same as kit 1, and the sounds are the same as well. If I just show you around, there's your snare, Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3. You can change the name of this kit and press Other, scroll down, Name, and then you can change it. You can move across the letters using the cursor keys. I'll imaginatively call this Dave 01 for the purposes of this demonstration. Okay, so then when you press Drum Kit, you'll see that kit 51 is now called Dave 01, and it's using all the samples from the kit you copied. What I'm now going to do is show you how to import your own user sample and assign it to a rim or a head or both of one of the toms within this user kit. Press User Sample. Now we're just going to come up to number 1, Menu, and then you're going to come up to Import and Enter. It will then show you all the samples that you'd previously saved onto your SD card. So I'm going to come down and import this cowbell, and then press Execute and Enter, and that will have now imported into TD17 in slot 1, and now I'm going to assign it. So I'm going to press Assign. Now the way you select where you want to assign it is you hit the respective pad. So I'm going to hit the rim of Tom 3, and you'll see up here this changes to T3 rim. There you go, so rim T3 is there. If I hit the head, changes to head. Now, I'm going to turn that off to make sure it is off, because I want the head and the rim to have separate samples. So H and R stands for head and rim. If H and R is on, one sample is assigned to both. So I'm going to hit the rim again, change it up here, and execute. Now when I hit the rim of Tom 3, I've got my cowbell. If I hit the head, I've still got my tom. So that gives me an extra bit of percussive voice on the kit. If I was in a live situation doing an old Rolling Stones number or something like that, I've got my cowbell that I can use in conjunction with the rest of the acoustic kit. I'm going to now add a splash cymbal. So one of the samples I've got, we come down to number 2, it's empty, import, and down here the Zildjian A 10-inch splash. Going to import that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign that to the rim of Tom 2. So that's the sound you've got to rim of Tom 2 at the moment. Again, I'm going to make sure the head and rim box is unchecked, so I can assign a different sample to the rim than I can to the head. Execute, enter, and now I've got a splash cymbal on the rim of my tom. Still got the tom head, so head of Tom 2 still the same, but now I've got the splash on the rim. I've got in here also, come down to number 3, I've got 2 samples of Istanbul crashes. One is the tip on the head of the cymbal, and one is a crash on the edge. So you can preview these. So you can hear from that, that's the tip on the head of the cymbal. If I come down, and that's the crash that I'm going to assign to the rim of the cymbal. So this is going to be on crash 2. So I'm going to come up, select, bring it into number 3, and then where it says assign, I'm going to assign this. I'm going to select the head of crash 2. That's how it sounds at the moment. Execute, and that has now changed to the Istanbul 16-inch crash head, and then come back to use a sample, come down, import the crash. Okay, so that's the preview of it. Select that, execute. Yes, I'm sure. Then once that's finished processing, I'm going to assign that. So again, assign. I'm going to select the rim of crash 2. So you can see it's changed up here. Execute, enter. And now I've got a 16-inch Istanbul crash as crash 2. And of course I've still got my splash on the rim of Tom 2. I've still got my cowbell on the rim of Tom 3. So that's how you import user samples into the Roland TD17 drum module and then assign them to pads or zones on your pads on the kit. One of the toughest challenges is actually finding the samples in the first place if you're not able to record them yourself. I've included links to websites in the notes below that hopefully will help you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you can subscribe, that would be fantastic, and share it, brilliant. So for now, thank you for watching. Happy drumming.